good love, good light, and good lemons, illuminators, and way showers. This is Wendy once again sharing with you one of the many ways the languages of light speak to us. And I wanted to share with you just a brief moment as I was making some homemade lemonade. And I use lemons for so many things. And I drink a lot of lemon water with just lemon slices in my water as much as we want to taste. A wonderful thing to do in the morning, especially as the autumn and cool weather approaches. Lemon slices with warm water in the morning is energizing. It's filled with vitamin C. You can sweeten it if you'd like to, but it's wonderful on its own. It's energizing and delicious. And today I was making homemade lemonade, and you know, a lot of times people think that it's more expensive actually to make things homemade, but truly this bag of lemons was probably just a few dollars, and it takes about, I don't know, maybe, I think I used 5 or 6 lemons to make a half a gallon of lemonade. And again, this is to taste. Now there's lots of recipes out there. I encourage everybody to try them, look them up. And basically all I did was just made a simple syrup first, and that's the magic of it all, is to boil your water. And I used actually pure organic cane sugar, and just use to your taste. You can use any sweetener you like. I do not prefer artificial sweeteners of any kind. So I tend to stick to things like it when I'm making these sorts of things. I tend to stick to like pure cane sugar, organic sugars, things that you like. There's lots of alternatives out there now. There's coconut sugars. There's just an amazing array. You can use agave. I use agave pretty much every day in my coffee, and I just haven't experimented yet with lemonade. I just wanted to use the pure sugar. So you just boil that with the water and add your lemon juice, and I just squeeze it by hand. I actually, if you've got a great squeezer, great. I actually just do it by hand, and it doesn't take that long. And just mix it in with your water and your ice, and it's absolutely delicious. And it doesn't end there, because with lemons, not only do I use them in cooking, but I use them for everything. And I've mentioned this before. I use them as a hair rinse. I use them as an astringent on my face. They can be used to rinse your mouth. You just have to make sure you dilute it. And it can be difficult on the enamel on your teeth. So just be a little bit mindful of that. If you're using it regularly, and just keep an eye on that. What I did was, and then after I was all finished squeezing all the lemons, what I did was I put them all in a pot on the stove, all the lemon halves, and I let it simmer on there for a few minutes. And what I'm going to do with that water now is I'm going to take that, and that has another million uses. You can use it again as the astringent for your face, a hair rinse. It's a great highlighter. It makes your hair feel shiny and amazing, and healthy. And vitamin C is good for everything. And the natural lemon oils are wonderful for your skin, your face, as a rinse for your body, for your hair. And I'll take the lemon water from here, and I will refrigerate it, and I'll just use it for that. I actually will use it to put it in a spray bottle, and I'll use it for dusting my furniture. So just be mindful of your furniture, that it won't damage it. But when it's diluted, lemon, right? We've been using lemon as a cleansing agent, and as something even in our own furniture polishes. Lemon oil, orange oil, all really good. So just test it out in an inconspicuous place, just to make sure you're not doing any damage. But I spray it right on with my blue cobalt bottles, and I use the lemon water for cleaning. I'll use it in my bathroom. I basically only use baking soda, lemons, lemon water. You can actually take the lemons themselves, scrub your hands, scrub your nails. You can scrub your face with it. You can scrub your kitchen sink with it. There's so many uses for them, and they're great for absorbing energy in the house. You can set a bowl of lemons out and let it absorb the energies in the house, along with, you can do that with sea salt. I have a bowl of sea salt out too. So There's so many different things that we can do to encourage ourselves to. It's all about high dimensional health. And these are just little things I do for myself for high dimensional health, to make myself feel better, look better. And it's not as expensive or time consuming as we think it is. And truly, if you can make a fresh gallon of lemonade for the same price or less than pretty much anything you can buy in a bottle, then really it's just a matter of taking a few minutes to do it. And it's something that, for those of you who have young children, it's a great way to teach them about high dimensional health and make it fun. Hey, let's make some homemade lemonade. Make it fun. Make it part of the day. You know, make it part of the experience of the chakras and the solar plexus is touching and smelling the sound of color, and what it makes you feel like when you smell it, and how it makes you feel when you're preparing it. It energizes you just knowing you're doing something great for yourself. It's actually made from live stuff from the earth. And again, there's a million things you can do with it. I'll clean my bathroom. I'll put baking soda in the sink and the toilet and everything, and just let it sit for a while, go do something else, let it do its work, come back, scrub it down. I'll even rub it down with a lemon rind. Make everything beautiful and clean and shiny and sterilized. I mean, there's so many things that we can do to make our world amazing with the things that we're given from Earth. So I just wanted to share this little extra bit with you. And in addition to that, even if you don't boil them, and use the water for that. Oh, and you can use it for misting in the air. I mean, the list is endless. And it can be used outdoors as even as insect repellent. Many insects do not like the smell of citrus. So just boiling the water with what's left over of the lemons and putting it in a spray bottle and using it outside your house is great. Use it as an air freshener. There's so many different things, because really lemon oil, when they use essential oils and use lemon oil, it's really no different. So explore this. It doesn't need to be hard, it doesn't need to be expensive, and it can be fun. And it brings kids up in, we have to be the ones who show them this, and sometimes it's the kids showing us. So show them that they can eat wonderful, beautiful things from the earth, and it can be tasty, it can be fun to prepare, it can be magical experience because it smells so good, and how much more fun it is to actually sit and spend a little bit of time meditating and connecting with the earth, the air, the fire, the water, everything that it takes to grow an amazing lemon. And again, spring water. I'm using my spring water so we can integrate the energies. We can add our intentions. We can add our healing. When we drink this, and we can add the water, you can make ice cubes out of the lemonade. If you don't, as I was saying before, if you don't want to boil it, you can actually just cut up all the rinds and cut them up in little tiny pieces and put them in ice cube trays and fill the ice cube trays with water. And now you've got these amazing lemon ice cubes. So the list goes on. Please be creative. There's just so many things. I've got a lemon sitting next to my bed, just sitting there whole, to just attract any energies in the house that may need transformation, and it collects it. And this has been researched, and I encourage you all to look into this stuff. And it doesn't end with lemons. We can do this with all fruits, right? Where does orange juice come from? But the point is that we can do this with anything. And I like using lemons and limes too. So lemon limeade is wonderful too. Great, refreshing drinks, and not that expensive to make. It's cheaper than bottled drinks, canned drinks. And even if it were something, then this is where it gets into the decisions about where you want to spend your time and your energy and your money. Because sometimes it's just like a good dinner, you know. Sometimes it's nicer to go out to a really, great dinner once in a while than to go eat junky food frequently. So it's about where and how we spend our time and energy, how we value ourselves, how we value our time, how we value our bodies, our temples, what we're teaching, the examples that we set for our children, and teaching them good eating habits, good health habits, exercise habits, being in nature, connecting, talking to their water, talking to their heart, teaching them that when their instincts tell them to eat something, it's because their body needs it, to embrace what their bodies are telling them, to listen to what their bodies are telling them, and for parents to listen to their children. Listen to what they're telling you that they need, because their bodies are very high dimensional. And they vibrate differently than we do, and they think differently than we do, and they process things differently than we do. So please, 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 parents, heed the call of your children when they're asking you for healthier food, alternatives, spending time with them, teaching them to prepare foods that are colorful and beautiful, and taking that time to make it a sacred place and a sacred space. And that's not always easy for all of us. Hey, I know, I raised 2 kids. I know what it's like. I was always busy, but yet I prided myself every night on, we sat down to dinner together every night possible, until they got older and too busy, and that happens. But again, even in the busyness of life, taking a few minutes to prepare healthy stuff for these active lifestyles that these kids have, that we have. My kids were in every sport, music, you name it, and we were always on the run, always doing stuff. I know, I get it, and I worked full time. I was there. So yet I created the time to do these things, to make the dinners, to be together every night as much as possible. And it was like kind of like it was like not an option. You were at dinner every night unless you had a very good reason not to be. So make it a priority. Make high dimensional and high vibrational health and diet a priority. And it doesn't need to be, and it starts with the little steps. It doesn't happen overnight. It can, but it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't have to. Taking these little steps are just like everything else. One step leads to the next. So happy and beautiful, high dimensional, vibrational health. And as we all ascend together, may we all share these creative ideas and ways that we all raise our own vibrations. And the more we share with each other, the more we give to each other permission to take really good care of ourselves, because it all begins with self-love and self-care. And in the process of doing this, it is really part of the process of becoming, knowing thyself, what you are, what you love. So happy solar plexus, high dimensional health, and have a beautiful day. Mahalo. I love you.